Hi everybody, welcome to my live stream today, and I hope you can join me and craft with me today. I'm going to wait and see if some people can join in, and then also do some edits here. Go to my YouTube studio. I hope everybody's having a good day. Good afternoon, how are you, Veronica? Glad you can join, thank you. Hello Sylvia, how are you? Thanks for joining in. So I do have a couple of mum orders I'm working on that I just got this week. One is for some hair bows. You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that. And they are not for homecoming, the hair bows. So, and she's not in a huge hurry for them to let me play around with them a little bit. So I thought I'd work on that a little bit and we can just chat. But the colors for this hair bow are lime and purple. So I went ahead and cut some ribbon. I had two different limes, but I think I'm going to go with the grosgrain. And I did, and by playing around, I did some sublimation because I haven't done a lot of sublimation on ribbons, and you may have seen the short video that I put up, the shorts. And here is the result, if you didn't see that. So the lime, the purple, everything is all sublimated on a white ribbon. So I knew I couldn't sublimate on the purple or lime and it show up good, so I did it on white and then so I did purple letters and then a lime background, and it turned out so vivid. I was so excited. Hey Jamie, how are you? Good afternoon. The only thing she wasn't happy about was the hat. First of all, she sent me two different hats, but the other one had lines all over it and I couldn't do anything with it. And this one was cuter, but she said this was actually the wrong hat. And then she was wishing that it was in different colors, but unfortunately, whatever picture people send me, that's all I can do with it. I can't change the picture that they send me. But she said she loved them otherwise. But I was just so happy about how vivid they look. And here's what they look like. The paper, the sublimation paper and ink, and then here's what it looks like when it's printed out. So you can see a huge difference. So I'm curious to see how these will look on a hair bow mum because I haven't done this before, which is part of the experimenting. And then I also made some dog tags with it's Mad Hatter's Farm. See how cute that is? It's a lot going on, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I can put this. I did a couple of other hair bow mums with the sublimation tag, and I put it in the center kind of hanging down, and it was really, really cute with a school logo. So I think this will be cute and it's vivid. So it'll be a way to put the logo on there, because I could sublimate that onto the ribbon, or I made, or a dog tag, but I wanted some kind of trinket on it. And since it's not for homecoming, that lessens what I can do trinket wise with any kind of mom. And then I also got an order for homecoming, an early order. She's a return customer for a what a mum. So I was so excited about that. And you may have seen that short as well. I made two custom cutouts for her already. So I designed this one. I took the W's from their logo, and then I sliced it with the Texas silhouette, and this is what I came out with. I think it turned out really, really cute. So this will probably go on the flower. Actually, it's a double mum, so somewhere on the flowers. And then she's a junior. This one was a booger to do. It really was. It took me about 4 tries to get it right, but I'm so happy with it. So there's 2 custom cutouts out of the way for it. That's going to be a lot of fun to make. Hobby Lobby is supposed to have some ribbon. I don't remember seeing it in the store, but I haven't looked for it. But it's an orange, I think it's a grosgrain, but it's an orange and white stripe, like this direction, like thin stripes, and I think that'll look really cute. So I'm hoping that they do have it and I can buy it the next time I'm up there. Hey TJ, how are you? So I'm gonna play around with this bow. I'm gonna try and make the top part of the bow. And my plan is to double it. Hello, Angel. Well, that sounds like me. I have a Scan and Cut 2, and then I just got my Cricut Maker 3 for my birthday back in March. So I prefer the Cricut because the Scan and Cut 2 is so old. I mean, I know it's over 5 years old, and it's getting to where it doesn't cut as well. It's just it doesn't cut complete lines anymore. So I mean, I've changed the blade on and everything. It's the machine. It's just overused, I guess. It's so old. But definitely the Cricut Maker 3, and not just because of the Cricut Maker and because it's new, but because Design Space, you can do so much more with it than you can with Canvas Workspace. So definitely the Cricut. I'm still learning on it and playing around. So like that Texas, like slicing those together, that was all new for me. That's not something that I've been able to do on on Canvas Workspace. So definitely the Cricut Maker 3. I don't know what I'm gonna use the Scan and Cut for. I tried to cut some backers on it the other day, or a week or 2 ago, and it wouldn't even cut a complete circle. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. What style of, okay, whoop, I messed up. I'm driving to pick up my son from school. I had to comment it. Okay, that's okay, DJ. Whenever you can comment, that's fine. We know you're listening. What style of letters do you prefer for the mum? So do you mean the font? What style of font? Because I make my own vinyl letters. I'm sorry, I have like hair that keeps coming in my face. So I cut my own letters from vinyl. I try to use permanent vinyl. I prefer that. So I use different fonts. I love to use many different fonts. Even on a mum, I like to use 2 to 4 different fonts. I just think it gives it more character than seeing those block letters that you can buy, which I understand if you don't have a cutting machine and you have to use pre-made stuff. I used to too. Don't worry about it. But you can buy stickers and use different ones. And I used to use a lot of scrapbooking stickers and not have any issue. Some of them aren't very sticky and they will come off, so you have to be careful about which ones you use. Oh really, Jamie? Good. You'll like that, I'm sure. I haven't used anything but my laptop with my Cricut Maker since I have a MacBook, but I just got my MacBook last year. I've only had it a year, so I know what you're talking about. I used to do everything on my phone, from filming and editing and everything, and it's a whole new world when I got my laptop. I hope that answers your question, Veronica. Well, Jamie actually told me about a font, Cloud9, and that has been one of my favorite fonts. Thank you, Jamie. I actually have some saved here. Hold on. I'll tell you what they are. I just made on Pages, I've got favorite Canva fonts, but I put my Cricut fonts on there too because I forget a lot of times which fonts that I really liked. So I've got them on here. I use a lot of fonts from Canva. I love Canva, especially for their fonts. They have so many fonts. So I just have to save it and then open it back up in Cricut. I'm still learning on Cricut the fonts because they're so hard to search. It's very frustrating. But on the Canva ones, I have them blocked off as pretty and then like chunky ones. And then on Cricut fonts, I've got BFC Fir Tree, which I don't like the numbers because it puts little furs cut out in the numbers, but for the letters, I like it. I've got Cloud9, Candace Regular, Tango Regular, Vintage Curveball, Vario Calm Regular, Vivaldi Calm, and Snail Round Hand. I don't know. But there's some other BFC ones that I like too. I'll just type in BFC and enter, and then all those will come up. Yes, I love that font, Jamie. Thank you for that. I know there's so many font sites, but I haven't really searched around. And I did find that Whataburger italic font to use on this Watamum too. I'll have to look at that, TJ. Creative Fabrica. You'll like it because it's not, it's a pretty one, but it's not one of those really thin. That's what I hate about the really pretty fonts, is a lot of times they're very, very thin. So trying to cut like a sticker or something out of that is virtually impossible. And if you do, you'll end up cursing yourself the whole time you're using it. But that Cloud9 is not. Actually, I labeled some of my stuff in here, and this is all Cloud9 permanent vinyl. Let's see. See if you guys can see any of that. So all this that's labeled is with that Cloud9. I know that's not real big, so you can't see it. But then, and then down here, I've got all this stuff labeled as well using Cloud9. That sounds like me. I'd be using a bunch. Well, and that was the problem last year with Canva. You know, I started using all these Canva fonts, and I could not remember. I would make them and I'd love the font, and then I'd go to make another one and want to use that font again. I couldn't remember what it was. So that's why I made my little shortcut on the desktop so I could remember the names of some of those. But there's one, it's Stars and Love, I think. I keep wanting to call it Stars and Stripes, but that's not it. On Canva that I love. It's another pretty one that's not thin. So I use it a lot too on Canva. Let's see. Hold on, I can tell you for sure what it is. Just open something up like I'm gonna make something. And I just have Canva free right now. Okay, it's Stars and Love bottom something, I don't know. There's two of them actually. There's one that's more bold than the other one. So Stars and Love, and then Stars and Love bottom, and it's HEA. It's not, I guess you can't see the whole thing. But it's pretty, but it's not thin. Yes, I want to leave the page. For the thin fonts, you can use an offset to make it thicker. I didn't even think about that. Offsetting it and then making it thicker. And just barely, I mean, you could just offset it a little bit. Oh, that's such a good idea, TJ. See, what would I do without you? Never would have thought of that. Cloud9 is in Design Space, and Cricut Design Space. But you can get on Canva and use that Stars and Love for free. I think Design Space is free too, but I don't know if you can do anything with it if you don't have a Cricut. So it's probably, those two are probably two of my favorite fonts. Yes, I looked on there when I was trying to find the Whataburger, but somebody else on YouTube was showing Font Squirrel, and so I went on that, and that's where I found the Whataburger and was able to download it for free. Okay, so I have two options when I make the bow part of this. I can double these ribbons up like this, so when I make the bow, you kind of get the idea. Let's say it's all, that's ugly, but where you see like the lime on the inside. Or I can make these. Oh, Lucy, Lucy! She's barking at the chickens. So I can make each one individually and then put them back to back. So like the lime is in the back and the purple is on the front. I definitely want the purple to be more because of those ribbons have more lime. So I want the top part to have more purple. And then I want more purple like behind those, so those really, really pop. So I've done this both ways. And I did several last year where I had two bows back to back, and that was really pretty. But I think I'm going to do it like this, where they're together. I know that Lucy, she is something else. She loves those chickens. I uploaded a shorts earlier with her watching the chickens, and you can see her tail just doop, 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 doop. But she just sits there at the back door. It's glass all the way, almost all the way to the bottom, and she just sits there and watches them. So when I make my hair bow mums, I love to use this mat from Dollar Tree. It's the perfect size. I'm going to turn you guys around. Get you closer. Now let me know if you can't hear me because my microphone's back over there. And I guess you guys want to know how long this is. That's 24. And that is about 22. So what is that, 46? It's going to be a little long, but I'd rather have a little too much than not enough. So I'm going to go over just a little bit and try to keep these together. It's real important that you keep them together. So this is 6 inches long, and so it's a perfect guide for making these. And it's basically just a pinwheel bow. Now you could go like this. I'm going to go under to try and keep more of that purple on top. And I went way over. Sometimes you have to play around with the size. I played around with this and it was the perfect size, so now it's not wanting to be the perfect size. I want 3 loops on each side. And I usually try to go a little bit longer on the center one, whatever is your middle. I was using a, I can't remember what it was called. It's a heavier needle and it was very, very difficult. I actually have been trying just to tie them off lately or use a zip tie, which I think I ran out of zip ties. I mean, I'm not out of them, but here. They're all over there. So I may have to go get one. I got tired of sewing them. It just seemed like such a waste. So if I make it out of like wired ribbon, which I take the wire out, I definitely just use like a Chanel stem. It's so much easier than sewing it, but grosgrain can be a little bit more difficult. There it is. So it's got a bigger hole, so it's easier to thread it, but so hard to go through the grosgrain ribbon, especially if you double it up like this. So I'm gonna try not to use that. So here is my 3-inch mark, which I know that's gonna be the center. So I'm just gonna start gathering it. This is going to be a little bit harder with grosgrain because it's thicker, and then having it doubled up is going to make it even more difficult. So this might fail, just warning you guys. I may have to rethink it. I can't even put a clip on that, it's so thick. And I'm not liking the way those two are staying together. Okay, so I'm gonna rethink this. So I want the loops to be nice and separate, to be really pretty. So I'm gonna try making each one individually and see if I like that better. That looks like it'll make a nice one, a nice little trick to that. So not only is it holding it, but I can stick my zip tie right through that hole. So it's holding it in place. And before I tighten that up completely, I'm just gonna make sure I've got all my loops the way I want them to. If I need to make any smaller, make any adjustments. There, I really like that, the way that turned out. Oh, that stinks. I hate when you think you have this wonderful idea and then it just completely fails. See how much easier that was than sewing it. And then, you know, I'm gonna wrap it with ribbon, glue ribbon around the center, so I don't have to worry, you know, if that zip tie comes undone. It'll be okay because it'll be nice and secured. plus I'll put another one around, since I'm making two, I'll put another one around the two of them. So let's see if we can get this one to turn out just as pretty. And I have to make 3 of these. She ordered 3 of the full-size hairbow mums, and then 2 piggy ones is what we're calling them. 2 little pigtail ones. The pigtail ones basically don't have, doesn't have streamers. But I still put some fun stuff in the center of it. Okay, again, my center. Do I have everything? Yeah. Just keep gathering it and gathering it. Cute, cute, cute. Yes, definitely. Get you some zip ties. These actually came from Craft Outlet, and I just ordered them because I was ordering some other stuff, and they had them on clearance. That's the only reason why I got these. But I also like the color, because usually it's like, what, black? I did have some clear ones at one time, and I really love those. It's just not something I think about shopping for. Of course, I'm going to cut a V shape or a dovetail, and that was terrible. I didn't angle it enough, and then I'll heat seal that, but my fan is going on high right now, so it wouldn't do me any good to get my lighter out. And no, I don't really like no fray. I think a lot of times I've used it. I had a bottle for a while, and every time I used it, it would change the color of my ribbon, so. Thank you, TJ. Yeah. Now they'll be stacked together, and then you'll be able to see the lime in the background. So the purple will be the main color. And then I'm going to have a lot of purple ribbons. And then I'll have these cute ribbons somewhere on, like in the center, and then purple behind it. So those will really pop, I think. Oh, well, thank you, Connie. Have fun cleaning. And the dog tag, see on the last one I did it like this, which actually it would probably look better with the lime. It would pop better on the lime. And I can have it hanging down too, though. I don't have to put it in the center. They actually, I think they have some buttons. You know, I like to use all these little cute buttons. And I'm pretty sure they have some farm animal buttons. So that's something else I want to look at if I go to Hobby Lobby soon. Like some little cows and pigs and stuff. I think that would be really, really cute in the center. Now, sometimes when you do this, one of them will go up higher than the other one, and it'll end up being like this, so you have to be very careful zip tying them. But you can also take your Chanel stem if you want to, and it would be a lot more forgiving. Just want to make sure that you're in the center. You're in the center of both bows, and then you're keeping them stacked nicely. I'm trying to pull them pretty snug. There. So from the side view, you get that lime, and you get a little bit of lime in the background. That's okay. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate that. I appreciate the thumbs up. But if I changed my mind and decided I wanted the lime on top or wanted to do it differently, I could easily untie those before I start gluing everything together. And then if you wanted to use wired ribbon instead, to me it's a lot easier to work with. It has a little bit of white in it, and it's not quite as wide as that, I don't think. Well, you can see the purple through it. It's not solid. See, I mean, you can see me through it. But I'll show you what it looks like. It makes a cute bow too, though. I don't know if you guys can see, I've got TJ playing in the background here, her YouTube channel. So you can do these bows for just for your fun accent bows on your homecoming mums too. Doesn't have to be for a hair bow. And then of course you could put like an alligator clip or a French clip and then clip it onto your mum, and then they would have a hair bow too after homecoming. You're welcome. She does. She needs the hours, y'all. So go watch TJ's videos when you're crafting or something. I've got your Photoshop playlist going. I don't use Photoshop yet. I probably will one day, so these are going to come in very useful when I do. But I feel like I need to master Canva first before I move on to Photoshop. Plus, I need to make sure that it's I can justify the cost. Oh my gosh, that's awful. We had an issue with our AC, was it last week or the week before? Whew. That is not something you want to deal with in Texas in the summertime. Exactly, which I have to have it turned down because of the live, you know, because of the live, but otherwise I'd be listening to the sound. Let's see what a cute little bow that makes. The wires are pulled out of this as well. I know I didn't show that. I already had it pulled out. I actually tried to bleach it it didn't do anything to it. And I tried to bleach a purple ribbon and it barely did anything because I was thinking, you know, maybe I can sublimate on them. Didn't work. I wanted like drops of bleach. Didn't work out. It was a fail. So that was part of my experimenting too. But I think that's such an adorable bow. You don't have to use grosgrain ribbon for hair bows either. Just beware if you use one that has like glitter in it, it's going to stick to their hair. It's going to pull little pieces of their hair. No, I don't yet. I'm trying to remember if I know I did like some dog tag sublimation videos. But yeah, I was just experimenting. I didn't know if it was going to turn out because last year I tried a few ribbons and I had trouble with it. But it's just like trying to get, when you do sublimation, you have to figure out the ink, getting the ink colors. It's hard. Getting it to print out, really, you know, you have to use the best quality print. And then also, like, you have to get the temperature on your heat press just right, and you have to put it in there just right. And so there was a lot of fails. That has been the best that I've done on a ribbon, but I will definitely do some videos since I feel like I've got it down now. Still really new at sublimation. But you could use this on lots of fun crafts. Which lime, I'm not going to get many lime homecoming mums, but you could use it for that, or you could make a hair bow out of it. If you make a cute hair bow. I just wanted to make a bow out of it since I did. But I'm not 100% on where I'm going with this yet, even though I've got these ribbons. I still have to, so yeah, I still have to make some more of those. I just made one of each, and I have to do 3 of each, and then I have to do the little pigtail ones, and I want to look for some buttons. So I'm not going to put these together yet because I'm not there yet. I'm, you know, my mind how I want to do everything, and I don't have everything yet. Last night I was working on some custom cutouts. Move you guys back. So I did several custom cutouts last night. I want to make a bunch of custom cutouts in advance, so I have options of just grabbing some. I know there'll still be a lot that I'll have to make custom at the time, but if there's some, like, you know, senior ones and different sports and different homecoming ones and stuff that I can save myself from making even one, will save me so much time. So I'm putting them all on my Etsy shop. All the ones that look good, I'm putting on my Etsy shop. And then, and this may cause me some trouble, I don't know, but there's a glare on my computer, so it's distracting me. But anyway, so my plan is if I need one and it's not sold, then I can just grab it, and then I'll have to remember to take it off my Etsy shop, or, like, you know, make a 0 quantity for that particular one on my Etsy shop. And that's the only thing, is during homecoming when it's really crazy, I'm worried about forgetting to do that part and then selling it and then having to make another one. So that's my only thing that I'm worried about by doing that. But I also don't like to have a bunch of stuff left over that I have to save, so. And I'm trying to make multiples of most of them and then just put one quantity. That way I have a backup to use for myself. Yes, it's cardstock paper. Usually glitter. Foil as well. Foil, you have to be careful because sometimes you can see the glue underneath when you glue them together. See, that one's like a holographic one. This, let's see. This was a poster board I cut down, and this was poster board. It's a metallic gold, and I got this one at Dollar Tree. So full-size poster board, and just cut it down into workable lengths, and you can use that on your custom cutouts. A lot cheaper than cardstock. Of course, they don't have that many really pretty colors, but you can get like gold or something like that for, you know, one layer and save yourself some money. But it's basically the same thickness, and I didn't have any issues cutting it. And I'm trying to keep them all sorted. I got these from Dollar Tree. I want some more of these. They make some that are clear, but when I got these, this was all they had. There's a little sleeve there, and then there's the zipper pouch on top. Love this. I did a little shorts video showing you the ones I made last night, but here's one using that poster board, and that's the scarlet red. So I made 2 of those. I never go to Joann's. It's not close, and I don't even know when they have the sale, but I would love to catch that sale sometime. That does sound like a good deal. I still need some bread, and I realized I need some gold glitter, so next time Hobby Lobby has them on sale, I'm definitely going to go. Paper Studio, when they run their Paper Studio stuff. So that they have some other brands too, so you have to watch which ones you get. But they're $1.99 each, but if you wait till they run that on sale, then it's half price. So that's when I try to stock up. And like I said, they don't have every color that you need, but you'll be able to get most colors. But I know I need gold, and I need regular red. But you can use chevrons. There's a polka dot one. So you can use different ones. And I've got this and have not used it yet, but I was thinking I really need to do something and use this as one of the layers. And then I have pink too. It's much thinner. It's more like regular cardstock, but it's glossy, so it's kind of protected. So I'll have to be aware of that too. But I'm thinking like on a 3-layer one and put it as the middle layer, then it might work out good. But I don't use regular cardstock on them. And they make like the textured ones and stuff. I should say I haven't used regular yet. Ooh, TJ. How big do they usually get? Oh, you can make them any size you want. Just as big as your mat, I'm sure, but you don't want to go overboard on a mom, so you just want to size it per your mom, like what size flower you're using, if it's going on the flower, if it's going on a braid. You might just want to make a little one. So look, I have little paw prints or little graduation caps to put on like braids and stuff, just little accent ones. And then, but if you're using like a, if you have a flower that big, then you might want one this big, or you may want one that covers up your flower completely. The sizing is actually difficult for me because, I can have a 5.5 inch flower and then make one that's 5 inches and think that that's going to be plenty. It ends up being way too small. And maybe it's because there's like one little point that comes out on the custom cutout, or maybe a point coming over here, and so that's what they're saying is 5 inches, and then really the main part is only like 3 inches or something. Or you're dealing with a 5.5 inch flower, and I cut the custom cutout at 5.5 inches or close to 5.5 inches, and it turns out being ginormous. I can never get them just right, so don't worry about that. Me too, DJ, me too. I just don't know if I can justify going over to Shreveport just for some cardstock. Oh, you're doing a Valentine's Day on there. What was that? I don't remember what that one was. Can you guys see her? Well, she's not on there, but is really small. Oh, really? I've never tried them either for craft supplies. I forget to look at places like that sometimes. My throat is dry. But yeah, that is what I'm working on right now, is that hairbow mum and that watermum, which I have plenty of time. The watermum is for homecoming. She just wanted to be sure to get the order in early, which I appreciated so much, because that saves me one mum that I have to come up with, you know, make during homecoming. Plus, since it's a double mum and 30-inch streamers, so that's going to give me a lot more time to really play around with it and have fun with it. And this is her 3rd year ordering from me, so I was really excited. Get my chair out. Oh, I have been asked about that curly braid, and I did play around with that. If you guys want to see that. I'm not a big fan of the curly braids. I never really took the time to learn how to make it. But you just braid the ribbons, just like you would braid hair. And that's how mine turned out. I used that sparkling ribbon. Am I going live when I make it the double mum? I'm going to be working on that over several weeks, so I will probably work on parts of it during a live, or multiple lives, yeah, and try to make some videos out of parts of it, but I won't be able to make the full thing in one live. Here's another one I did with, this one was 7/8, and this is the 9/16, but I doubled up the white ribbon, which made it really stiff, so it didn't make the natural curl as well. But I think that's what people were asking. Yeah, I'll definitely be showing parts of that mum as I work on it. But not the whole thing. Doing the ribbon streamers is really difficult to video because I'm dealing with 30-inch streamers. I did do one last year and I put the camera like way back over here, but it's not a very good video because it's so far away. I had to put it far away to be able to see me attaching each one, and I attach them. I don't do it on the table like I do a smaller mum. I get out my easel and attach them this way. And so I put my camera back over here. It was not very good at all because it was too far away, so it wasn't clear, but that was the best I could do for that situation. But you know, I can't have the camera up close. You'd only be able to see like this much of me attaching them, so things like that are difficult on a big mum. But I can show like the double backer, you know, making that and stuff like that, and making the braids and stuff. But if you do want to see that, well, you can go to the playlist 2021 Homecoming Mums tutorials, and it's in there somewhere. And it's probably attaching streamers to a 30-inch mum or something like that. But I'm still trying to decide what I want to do. I need to look at her mum from last year because I don't like repeating a lot of the same braids and stuff like that and same look and stuff. It was a single mum, but it was 30 inches long, and she got a 3D backer again this year. So, you know, I've got to try and change it. Of course, the color is going to be different because she was school colors the last 2 years, and this is going to be a water mum, but I really try to change up the look every time to make sure they're not getting the same mum over and over again. But they apparently like the 3D backer because I think she's bought it all 3 years. So I might do some, I'll probably do some sublimation ribbons and then maybe some ribbons with heat transfer vinyl, because she did, I think she did order extra bling too. And she ordered extra cutouts. So I got those 2 done, but she can still get more custom cutouts. I think I have it where it comes with 2, and then any more they pay extra for. I'll have to look, but I think that's how I've got it. Oh, do you? They are so easy. You have to, the only thing you have to do or watch out for is they will stretch out. And so you may have it on there like perfectly and then see a picture of them wearing it and it's like stretched out like several inches lower than what it was. So that's the only thing with that one you have to be careful of. But they are super easy and simple. I like to drag them across or have them, you know, coming down or twisted, or you can do fun things with them. She does not yet, but she needs to. She needs to, because she loves making them and she makes really good ones. I do want to ask you guys a huge favor, if you don't mind, if you follow me on Pinterest. I'm now, they started a new thing where they have goals on idea pins, and so I can try to earn money from these goals, and I did earn some money last month. But the main one that I do, the goal, whoops, I didn't want that, is I get like $25. If they approve of the idea pin, then I get $25 for the idea pin, but then for every save I get an extra $2 for it. So if you guys don't mind, if you follow me on Pinterest, if you wouldn't mind saving them. So one of them is this hair bow here, which is a pinwheel and it's doubled up. So basically what I was trying to do there, but this one only has 2 loops on each side, which makes it a little bit easier to make. But when I say save, I don't mean the heart. That a lot of people will just heart it and that doesn't give me anything extra. I appreciate you loving it, but if you want to help me out, which I can't show you on mine to save it because I can't save my own, but let me find somebody else's idea pin. Nope, that's an advertisement. I'm trying to find an idea pin. An idea pin is the one that's a video, not just a photo. Usually there's a ton of idea pins. Of course, it's okay. Here's an idea pin. So you just click the red button and then save it, like I'm saving it to my baked goods, to cookies, wherever I have cookies at. So I saved it. So that's saving it, and that is reacting, giving it a heart. Good, TJ's gonna do some videos. I can't wait for that. Do I have videos for making braids, or are you still asking TJ? Because I do, I have tons. And if you go to my playlist on my channel, I've got one that says Homecoming Mom Braids and Chains, but there was so many that I ended up making more playlists because I needed it. So I've got like, hold on, I'll look. Go to my channel, under playlist, and created playlist. I've got a lot of playlists, so you have to click on all of them. So I have one that's called Triangular Mum Chains. I have one that's bubblegum braids, victory braids, spirit and Texas chains, heart chains, loopy chains, love chain, candy cane braid tutorials, military braids, whip braids. So I've got them all like sorted out into different scenarios. Get back out of there. Okay. So yeah, I have tons and tons of braid tutorials. Lots of mum making tutorial. I don't even know how many videos I have on my YouTube channel. But back to this, that pinwheel hair bow with the candy corn. This candy bouquet is another one that I made. So far it's been approved. And then this jumbo hair bow are all ones I need saves, if you guys don't mind, if you're on my Pinterest page. And I will be uploading more videos this month for that too. And then of course I do like idea pins showing finished mums and stuff. Those aren't ones that I can get paid for. It has to be an actual tutorial. And they have to be new tutorials. Can't be something I used on YouTube. It has to be something made just for Pinterest. So you will see that there are different tutorials on there than what is on YouTube. And for some reason, most of my homecoming mom tutorials have not been approved. They either accept it or reject it, and then when the goal ends, they review it again, and sometimes they reject even more videos. So they're very particular about the videos, but I did get paid last month, and I made almost double what I made on YouTube. So, I mean, I doubled my work too, but it was worth it. Good, Veronica. But I've got tons and tons of videos, so I try to organize them in the playlist since I have so many. I have 805 videos. That's really sad. That's a lot of videos. Which I do have a lot of shorts on there too, so I guess they're counting those too. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of work, you guys. That's a lot of editing and voiceovers and filming. Oh my goodness. What's it been, 3 years? I don't know if it tells you when I started. Joined 2013. That was, I shared videos of my dogs with family members, or kids videos with family members back then. I can't remember, was it 2018? I want to say it was like November 2018 when I started making tutorials, maybe. I think that's right. Any other questions or stuff that you guys want to see? I will happily answer if I can. Do you guys want to see this? It's very simple. If you want me to make a video, I will. I still have some other videos I want to make and I haven't done yet, but I will. And I don't think any of my members are on right now, but if they watch later, be sure to go to my membership tab on my YouTube channel, because I do put stuff on there just for you guys. There is a couple of videos that's for the higher up memberships, but a lot of these custom cutouts that I design, I share on that tab with everybody that's a member, so no matter what level you are. And I put some photos of things that I'm working on and stuff like that for them. So be sure to look on that tab and see if there's some fun stuff for you guys. And if anybody wonders why they get more stuff, it's because they're paying me monthly to get more stuff. see, I made another ring mum, which I did a shorts on that too. I finally got the navy one made. I still want to make a couple more. I'd like to have one in every color on my Etsy shop available. So somebody said purple and white and silver, so I want to do that one. And I want to do one with crimson or scarlet, whatever you want to call it. But I just don't know if I want to make it crimson and gold like Cypress Woods, or if I want to do crimson, black, and white, because some schools are those colors, or maybe I'll just do one of both. I don't know. But I can't remember if I've actually sold a ring mum in those colors. So that's kind of the thing, though. I'm like, if I make it, will it sell? But ring mums are fun, and they're pretty easy to make. As long as there's not a custom cutout on it or sublimation something on it, then it's easy to make. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off here. If you guys don't have any more requests or questions. I didn't have a whole lot of crafting to do today, but I just wanted to work on that mum a little bit more. I'm still waiting to hear back from her on whether she's completely happy with those ribbons or if I need to try something else, so I don't want to get too far into it. But I don't mind doing some live streams with just chatting too, if you guys want to do that. I am fine with that. So I don't know what I'll have planned for next week. I might work on that double mum. I don't know. I may be still working on these, or maybe doing something different. So if you guys have not liked this video, if you wouldn't mind liking it, I would appreciate it. Yes, please. Yeah, I don't mind doing some chat live streams. That would be fun, because a lot of times we start chatting and then I push that stuff to the side, or I'm so busy doing this that I can't read your, the chat part. So I would love to do some lives just chatting if you guys want to do that. Alright, I'm going to get off here in just a second. I'll give you guys a minute, since I know there's a delay, especially I think when I do the Streamlabs, there's really a delay. So thank you Veronica and Sylvia and Jamie and TJ and Angel. Let's see who else joined in. I know Connie joined in for a second. And I don't think there was anybody else. But I enjoyed chatting with you guys so much. Don't forget to leave a comment if you've got any requests or comments or anything. Just as long as they're kind and not rude or hateful comments, I'm okay with that. And don't forget about my giveaway. If you have not entered, you do have to be a public subscriber, and you have to put the hashtag in the comments of that video. The rules and stuff are in the description of that video. It's the 6K giveaway 6K subscriber giveaway. And actually I will tell you who is, I don't care what's new in Pages. I'll tell you who is eligible. I still have some people that have done the hashtag but not public subscribers, so they are not entered. And then there's some extra things you can do to get multiple entries. So Miss Kay Eaton has 2 entries. And then Diana Digo has an entry. Kay Huff, Mary M, that's M-A-R-I-M, Jamie G, and then I don't know how to say her first name. It starts with an F and last name is Jerry. We got 1W, TJ's Magic Touch, Joanne C at Joanne's Creation, Marissa Perez, Nikki Shelton, Deborah Crump, Laura Serta, Alice Adkins, and Marie C are all have valid entries to a sweet TJ. So far that's all my valid entries. You can still enter. Like I said, all you have to physically do, you know, you want to read the rules and everything, but is to be a public subscriber and to put that hashtag in the comments. And I even show you what to do on the lap, you know, on like your computer to become a public subscriber. If you're doing it on your phone or tablet, it's a little bit different, but that is just the two things that I want people to do. I'm not asking much. I don't think anyway. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining in, and I will try to do another live next week unless something comes up, but I should. Oh, I do have a video uploading or premiere tonight at 8:30. It's for a funky bow made out of scrap ribbons, so for like a wreath or door hanger or garland or whatever you want to put it on. It's a really cute bow, so I hope you guys will watch that with me and you can chat with me. And I've uploaded several shorts this week, just stuff I'm working on or fun stuff, and I'll probably do more. I just like to show off what I've done or what I'm working on if I have something successful, and or sometimes it'll be just like something that I am going to make a tutorial on, so I'm just giving you like a little sneak peek or something. So if you guys want to watch those shorts, we don't actually get paid for shorts, but they're just fun and try to get you wanting to see stuff. I think that's it for this week. Again, thanks so much for joining, everyone. I hope you have a good afternoon, and for those that watch this live stream after it processes, if you will click here, you can subscribe to my channel. This is my most recent upload, and this is a playlist full of lots of fun videos. I am thinking about 50 different things, sorry. And here is one more upload you might enjoy. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and be kind.